Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today we discuss about sampling. So there are different types of sampling methods. So before going to discuss types of samples, probability sampling, non-probability sampling. So let us start with the fundamentals. So if a sample is taken from a particular population, we call it as a universe, right? So samples cannot be drawn directly. Samples can be drawn from a population, or we can say it is a universe. Let us say an example is, for example, you have country, you can take it as a universe, and district, state, mandals, all these things can be part of the sample. So you can take these things as a samples of a particular universe. So now, what is the basic purpose of sampling? So why we are considering for a taking a sample for a particular study is, so because of the time. Okay, time and cost. Most of the time, if you want to do a research for a particular place, let us say the cultural aspects of a particular place, or the eating habits of a particular place, consumption pattern of a particular place. So in such a case, it is very difficult for us to each and every individual or each and every respondent, we can go and ask for the particular question about his demographics, whatever it is, culture, so habits, all these things. It's very difficult for every individual. We have to go and ask. So in such a case, what researchers have done is they have taken a sample. Most of the time, a sample should be a representative of total population. Okay, a sample should be representative of what? Population. See, for example, if I take 10 people from a particular classroom, so the habits of those 10 people should represents the total classroom, right? For example, if I take a marks of 10 students, so this average marks of 10 students should represent the total class, right? Total class average. Then only we can say it is a representative sample. So most of the time we should take a representative sample for the research studies. So how much samples we need to take for the different studies, as well as what are the different types of sampling methods? So here let us understand there are different types of sampling methods. So we can say types of sampling. See, when we take a particular sample from a particular universe, so how I am taking this type of samples, what is the method to extract these samples? That is also one of the understanding. For example, if I take a particular classroom, 10th class is there, I need 3 students from 10th class. So how I will pick 10 students, 3 students from 10 students from the 10th class? Is there any importance? Is there any criteria? So we can say criteria, or we can say it is random, or we can say whether it is based on the age, or whether it is based on the gender, or it is based on the geography. So all these things can be factored into understanding of the sampling methods. So either I should take a random sample, or I should take a convenience sampling, or I should take a judgmental sampling. Means what is my criteria? So before discussing all these things informally, there are certain types they have already mentioned in a methods of sampling. So it will give you a easy understanding of how we are going to pick the samples. So let us say, we can say methods of sampling. Methods of sampling is nothing but it is the process of how we are going to pick the sample. Okay, it is the process of picking the sample. What are the various types of sampling methods? So there are different types of sampling methods. We can say probability methods, probability, and non-probability. When we talk about the probability as well as non-probability, Under probability, what are the different types of methods that we have? So probability can also be called as random, and this can be a non-random sampling. Probability means equal chance of happening the event for each and every respondent of the universe. So when we say non-random, it is not equal chance. There is a special judgment on particular sample respondents when we are picking a sample. So there are types here. So we can say simple random sampling, that is SRS, then stratified random sampling, we can say, then we can say systematic sampling. Okay, so and also we can say a multi-stage sampling. So we can understand probability sampling into these four things basically, and non-probability is judgmental sampling, convenience sampling, so and also quota sampling. So basically these are part of the random sampling and non-random, and these are part of the random sampling. So now let us say what is the difference between simple random sampling. When I say simple random sampling, it is a process of taking a particular sample without having any importance. Okay, I am going to pick a sample without having any importance to any individual, like it is a lottery method. So when I buy a lottery winnings can be random moves, right? There is no importance that is given to any one of the respondents. So lottery method is one of the best method of simple random sampling. And also random number generation. For example, if you go to a casino, you can go to a calculator, then you can say random number generation can also be part of random sampling. Or you can say, for example, you blindly select 10 people out of 100 without having any importance. That can be part of the simple random sampling. So I am choosing randomly selected respondents without any knowledge of preference, either age, either gender, or the place, or any demographic or any other factors. Just I am picking blindly. That is part of the simple random sampling. Then next one is the stratified random sampling. For example, when I say stratified random sampling, so this is called a population. Okay, so this population can be divided into stratas. Okay, strata 1, strata 2, let us say strata 3. It means if this is a country, this is region 1, region 2 and region 3, and from here I am going to apply simple random sampling and simple random sampling. So this is the difference between simple random sampling and also systematic random sampling. So what is the difference here is, see, it is strata 1, strata 2 as well as strata 3. Simple random sampling. For example, I need to India. From India, I am taking 3 different regions. For example, I can say north region, south region and also west region. From this I need 10 respondents from each of the region, 10. I need from India 30 sample. So here it is not random sampling, but here it is a random sampling. This is a strata, like this. We are going to make a stratified random sampling. So this is one of the method. Then what do you mean by systematic sampling? So when I say systematic sampling, for example, in a classroom I need every second person. For say, if students are sitting in a bench, I need every bench second person to be selected in my random sampling. So if I make a system of such thing, then it is called as a systematic sampling. So what is the difference here between a stratified and systematic sampling? So basically, this can be used in a classroom or in a population. Okay, for example, when we mention population of different places, so we can pick fifth person or 10th person or every 15th person of a particular row. So that is called a systematic sampling. Then the next one can be a multi-stage sampling. So what do you mean by multi-stage sampling process? So multi-stage sampling is nothing but, for example, when I say this is a particular country, in this stage I am going to select different stages. Okay, so in first stage I am going to select 30 from a particular country. Then from a region I am going to select from each region 10. Then from region to state, from state to district. So like this, from different places I am going to select the samples. That is called each and every stage I am taking the sample. So because of that, it is called as a multi-stage sampling. So this is one of the notation. Then the next one can be a judgmental sampling. So what do you mean by judgmental sampling? For example, if I need students who score 90 above in a classroom for my interview, then that can be process by judgmental sampling. Okay, so I'm giving a sampling method based on the judgmental method, or I can say a particular geographical location. I need samples from a particular geographical locations. So that is one of the understanding. So in such a cases, we purely, it is not a random sampling, right? It is a judgmental sampling. Then convenience sampling. For example, based on my convenience, for example, if I want to conduct a survey on a retail store, so where I can find my customers, I can go to a retail store. Based on my convenience, I'll pick the samples based on the time, based on the location, based on the proximity. So all these things can be part of the convenience sampling. Then quota sampling can be also a random sample. Quota sampling means if I select 100 students from a particular school, what is the quota of 10th class? 50 students. What is the quota of ninth class? 25 students. What is the quota of 8th class? 25 students. If I assume such type of quota, then it can be called as a quota sampling. So these are the different types of methods as part of the sampling methods. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, share and like. Thank you.